Looking for some investment insight from Warren Buffett? Want to know what the world's richest investor is doing with his stocks? Would you like to know which stocks Warren Buffett is selling right now? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us to get the word out and grow the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Warren Buffett. What is there to say that hasn't already been said? He's arguably the greatest investor the world has ever seen. Certainly the wealthiest, with a net worth coming up on $100 billion after giving away billions of dollars to charity already. He's done a little better than just okay with stocks. What's really great for us is that we can see which stocks Warren Buffett has been buying and selling within the $270 billion common stock portfolio he manages within Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway just released their most recent 13F filing, which goes over all the transactions of that common stock portfolio over the fourth quarter of 2020. While Buffett is known as a long-term buy and hold investor, he does sell stocks from time to time. More importantly, Buffett has two investing lieutenants who each manage billions of dollars for Berkshire Hathaway's stock portfolio, Todd Combs and Ted WESCHLER. Look, Buffett is 90 years old, and his priority at this advanced age is to secure Berkshire Hathaway's future by making sure the place will be well taken care of after he's gone. Combs and WESCHLER were hand-picked by Buffett to eventually succeed him and his longtime business partner, Charlie Munger. With Combs and WESCHLER slowly taking on larger investment roles within Berkshire Hathaway, the stock buys and sells seem to be coming at a more furious rate than ever before. So I want you to take the following information on stock sales with that in mind. Let's dig in. Berkshire Hathaway sold 11 stocks during the fourth quarter of 2020. 6 of these stock sales were reductions in position sizes. They were Apple Inc., stock ticker AAPL, General Motors Company, stock ticker GM, Liberty Latin America Class A, stock ticker LILAK, Suncor Energy Inc., stock ticker SU, US Bancorp, stock ticker USB, Wells Fargo Co., stock ticker WFC. 5 stock sales involved completely selling out of positions. Those sales were Barrick Gold Corp., stock ticker GOLD, JPMorgan Chase Co., stock ticker JPM, M&T Bank Corporation, stock ticker MTB, Pfizer Inc., stock ticker PFE, PNC Financial Services Group Inc., stock ticker PNC. A lot of stock sales to digest here, but instead of highlighting one stock sale in particular, I think it's more important to go over a general theme that played out. That theme is legacy. Buffett has to be more concerned with his legacy and the future of his company than trying to knock it out of the park at this stage. It's a theme I've talked about before regarding Warren Buffett, and I think it's a theme that's going to continue to play out over the coming years. Simply put, Buffett appears to be slowly selling out of some of his larger, older stock positions. I believe that's to continue making more room for Combs and WESCHLER to each manage more money for Berkshire Hathaway. Now, that's not to say that all of these sales fell within that category. For example, Berkshire Hathaway initiated its position in Barrick Gold back in the second quarter of 2020. 2 quarters later, they sell out. I would bet dollars to donuts that Buffett had nothing to do with this. Combs and WESCHLER are seemingly a lot more sensitive to time frames than Buffett ever was. I'll give you another quick example. Berkshire Hathaway initiated their stake in Pfizer in the third quarter of 2020. Only 1 quarter later, they're out. Buffett has basically no history of making moves like this. That all said, there were a lot of stock sales here that have Buffett's fingerprints all over them. Which ones? The bank stocks. There's no doubt about it. Berkshire Hathaway has been busy over a number of quarters selling out of many of its long-term bank investments. Does that mean that you should be selling bank stocks? No, I don't think that's the takeaway here. and I'll tell you why. Berkshire Hathaway has long had major investments in a variety of large banks. They arguably got too heavy into banks. Buffett has had an infatuation with the banking business model for a very long time, and he probably got a bit carried away with it. I'm sure these bank stocks were an easy target for reduction when the decision was made to let Combs and WESCHLER manage more money and move capital their way. Plus, it makes for better portfolio balance. But what about mere mortals that don't have billions of dollars already wrapped up in bank stock? Well, I would say bank stocks are not good sells. In fact, if anything, it's the opposite. High quality bank stocks are more compelling as buys than sells. Indeed, we've made videos on a number of high quality banks that Berkshire Hathaway has been systematically selling out of. We put together a video on JPMorgan Chase in the summer when the stock was below $90. And we had a video highlighting US Bank Corp when it was still in the mid $30 range. Buffett is selling out of bank stocks, but I wouldn't read too much into this. In fact, it might be better to do the opposite of Buffett in this case. He has a legacy and the future of his company to contend with. He might also have been too aggressively invested in banks going back a number of years ago. And he's handing down more capital and responsibility to his handpicked successors. For the rest of us, attractive valuations on quality institutions with entrenched market positions should be looked at as long-term opportunities. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these Buffett sells. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on new content. Also, take a look at the description box below for some important links, including the link to my personal stock portfolio. This six-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell a stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high-quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who have been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.